مشروع انتقام من المرأة. مجتمع ذكوري تحكم السلطة الأبوية.
حق للرجل التصرف في جسد المرأة، عقل المرأة، مال المرأة.
يعني احنا ماكو داعي نمشي، يعني قالت الشريعة الإسلامية وحكت الشريعة الإسلامية.
Wait. When God put on flesh, what did he become?
Man.
Exactly.
Because when God make man, he make man in his own image.
And the woman?
Yeah, why be sexist?
And the woman?
For men?
A man image.
Oh, not God's image. But in Christianity, apparently, the woman has to submit to the husband as she submits to God. What do you make of that?
Yeah.
Why should she submit to the husband like she submits to God?
Because
why should she worship the man? Okay, here's another point. Why does a woman not have the ability to divorce from an abusive husband? Because in Christianity,
the Bible says
in Christianity, anyone who divorces other than adultery are considered as adulterous. Paul says,
you're going to tell me that the Christian faith is less, keeps women down for.
Hold on.
That's where you got. That's
not what I am saying. That is what Paul is saying in 1 Corinthians 11.
أن الدورة الشهرية عند المرأة إنما هي من الشيطان.
اليهود إذا حاضت المرأة فيهم لم يؤكلوها ولم يجامعوها، يعني لا يقعدون معها في بيت واحد.
In Genesis 3 we read that he was pleased with his creation. In Genesis 6:6 he regretted his creation.
Darwin said in one of his publications, Descent of Man, that he thought women had evolved to be less intelligent than men.
داروين كان يقول بالحرف الفارق الفكري الكبير بين الرجل والمرأة لصالح الرجل، وهذا يجعله دوما في مكانة أعلى من المرأة. المرأة تطابق الغوريلا على العكس من الرجل، هي في مرحلة أدنى تطوريا من الرجل. إن دونية المرأة لا جدال فيها، لكن الجدال في درجة هذه الدونية.
A year-long study by the Marine Corps indicates that groups or units that are all male perform better than mixed units that include females. Now, according to the study, all male units were faster, more lethal, and able to evacuate casualties in less time. Also, all male squads performed better than mixed groups in 69% of the tasks evaluated. Also, all male squads, the study found, performed better than mixed gender units across the board. The males were more accurate hitting targets, faster at climbing over obstacles, and better at avoiding injuries.
The 12,000 women who've enlisted in the Marines in the last 3 years, only 150 have chosen to apply for these combat jobs. And of those, only 53, about 1 in 3, passed these tougher standards. The rest failed, dropped out, or are still in training.
They found in this study that the top 10% of women physically are on par with the bottom 40% of men physically.
Virtually all the computer games were built by young men and played by young men.
The whole talk about women in IT is usually a bad thing for us. They just don't want to get their hands dirty to do the job. And when I tried to do some recruiting, I intentionally wanted to recruit women. And at the end, I failed to do so. Do you want to know why? Because most of those girls were usually just cheating, and they were just not good programmers.
The number of women who choose STEM fields decreases.
What do you mean by STEM fields?
So science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
It may come as a surprise that more than 80% of women don't want to work for another woman. Well, why? Lucy Brogden joins us now to find out more.
I was doing career coaching a couple of years ago with men and women, broad range of backgrounds. And then consistently they'd say, oh, by the way, I don't want to work for another woman. Gallup in the US has actually tracked this for 60 years, and we're still not shifting the data too much, which is really a shame.
It checks out with in workplaces I've been in, there have been huge schisms between female employees and female bosses where it was pretty much an all-out Cold War.